got to be strong. 안녕 여러분.
This is how we do when my homies go.
You're listening to Gecko Radio, Jeju Morning Alternative. That's right. Good morning, GEC to you. Good morning, Jeju. Good morning, the world. I'm your host, Mark Wilson Che. It is Tuesday, 7 a.m. It is June. Ooh, June 2nd. I still can't believe we're in June right now. You know what I mean? It's kind of crazy. 2026. How was your day? How you guys doing? Yesterday, if you were in the GEC, we got blasted, man. Jeju got blasted by rain and wind and weather. It was on and off all day, heavy rains. And then last night, the rain was picking up as well. Like our house, I sleep in the upper floor and it's quite close to the ceiling. It's a very low ceiling and we're just getting battered by the wind and the waves and all the rain and everything. Speaking of wind and waves, what did you guys get up to? What I was doing is, everybody, I'm sure you were in school yesterday, and I was ready to take an afternoon nap, and then my wife was like, Mark, get up right now, get up, we're leaving. Apparently, the Henya president, because my wife is Henya, she's like, hey, I'm at the water, I'm gonna go pick up the conch out of the sea, and we're like, oh, like, we weren't sure if that was gonna happen or not, so we quickly drove down to the ocean. And she was just there alone, and here's got some pictures of me helping out. This is Henya husband duty right there. That's what I do. I have a long metal pole with a hook at the end, and I hoist the conch out of the water. Now, usually, I mean, that can be pretty challenging, but the waves were crazy yesterday. It was like smashing the rocks. It was like, I don't know, several meters, 6-7 meter waves just smashing, and then the mist just shoots up in the air. And the president was just like, I was so scared. And we were like, why did you come here by yourself? So we helped her, and we helped all the other conch come out of the water. And then she rewarded me with some of her largest conch, which was awesome. So we have fresh batch of soda on our porch right now. So yes, it was special also because it was the last of the season. That's it for our village when it comes to diving for soda. I believe they're thinking about diving for urchins, so we'll see what happens there. Now, the conch season officially began back in October, wow, and officially wrapped up at the end of May. So this catch marks the end of another busy season. Yeah, it was pretty sparse pickings from what I learned from the Henya. They weren't really picking much anymore. It's always a bit bittersweet after months of diving, harvesting, and working with the tides. Also, I get to work with the women directly as well, so I'm gonna try to visit them in the off season and hang out at their houses and stuff. It's strange to not think we're not gonna deal with soda or conch until next fall. So yeah, Hasirino, good morning. Good morning to you. Welcome in the chat. Good morning. Thanks for coming. You come right away, and we super appreciate it. Okay, so yes, all this talk about wind and waves, I think is just very important. I think it's very appropriate to start off with our first song. It is by Parasol Waves, our flagship band, and the song is called Wind and Wave. We're going to get into the weather when we return.
is so special. 순간이 소중해지는 순간. Your life is so special. 순간이 소중해지는 순간. Your life is so special. 순간이 소중해지는 순간. Your life is so special.
You're listening to the GEC's very own Gecko Radio, Monday through Friday, 7 a.m. Jeju Morning Alternative. That's right, Jeju Morning Alternative, Monday through Friday, 7 a.m. I'm your host and your DJ, Mark Wilson Che. How are you guys doing today? How you doing? Today is Tuesday, June 2nd. This is episode 27. Wow, I hope I labeled that correctly on the actual label. Can't remember. How you guys doing? How you guys doing? For anyone tuning in for the first time, I see that people this is kind of when people slowly wake up. Around 7:10, I notice, is when people slowly start tuning in. Good morning, you guys. Welcome back. If it's your first time, Gecko Radio is our all English morning show for the GEC community, Jeju expats, English learners, parents, students, teachers, and anyone who wants to start the day with a little local flavor. Also, this is for people who are not exclusive to the GEC or Jeju. This is for people all over the world. And my dog is being very vocal. She wants you guys to tune in 7 a.m. Monday through Friday. That's her giving her input. Thank you, Neela, so much. All right. And since it's Tuesday, we are bringing back our Jeju Life Hack segment with a practical tip to help you navigate everyday life on the island, whether you've just arrived or if you've been here for years. Little hint, it's having to do with some shopping. So I think some of our listeners, especially the moms, might want to tune in for that. Soon before. That is a new one. That is a good morning. Good morning. Welcome to the chat. If you're new to the chat, please let us know. How did you find out? How Serino, I believe they found us through Instagram. And yeah, how did you find out about Gecko Radio? Good morning. We love to have you. Gecko Radio, what are we here for? We're here to keep you in the loop with what's happening around Jeju, local news, upcoming events, cool places to check out, daily trivia, weather, Jeju Life Hacks, that's today, and some of the music coming out of Jeju, Korea, and beyond. Yes, the artists that we have today are all local artists. Most of them, the majority, I would say, are Jeju based, but some are based out of Seoul, some are based out of Busan. It's not your typical kind of music, but we hear it's pretty darn popular with the audience. And it's not K-pop, and we got nothing against K-pop. We just can't afford the copyright. So no, we can't have K-pop. We have permission from these artists who play, which is fantastic. Okay, this is Gecko Radio. Hello, everybody. Who am I? I am Marco Sinche. I'm the producer. I'm a DJ. I'm an editor. I market. I run it. My hair is I apologize for my hair today. I don't know. It's just one of those days. It's out of control today. Sorry for that. I tried to put on a hat, but then that kind of looked a little goofy too. And yes, hello everybody. Hello guys. So that's me. You can find me at Makia, DJ Makia right here. Just Makia, Makuya on Instagram. You can find the incredible, fantabulous Jeju Jade there at our Instagram. She is our writer. She is my wife, my partner in crime, and also not crime. We don't commit crimes. She's amazing. She's also a Henya, so do check out her cool Instagram. She's got all this Henya stuff. She's got that video that I think has over 100,000 views right now, where these dolphins, they swam right up to her, so do check that out. Also, please check out our Instagram at Gecko Radio Jeju. That's where we have all of our highlights of the episode. We also put in some, some of the more important kind of stuff to remember. We also just put that on our daily reels as well, so do check that out. And of course, check out this channel. If you're here, you're already here, right? Yes. Halcyon that says hairstylist. No, not hair. Quite the opposite. This is called the, springtime bed hair look, I guess. Yeah, just didn't have a chance. I don't perm my hair, surprisingly. My hair is surprisingly this insane and wavy and curly. Yeah, I don't perm. No chemicals involved. Just bedhead. What was I saying? I got sidetracked there. Yes, please check out our channel as well, because all of our videos are recorded, right? We're meant to emulate a live radio show. So that's our kind of main thing that we're going for. But all of our videos are recorded and put right onto the channel. So you can just tune in anytime and just play it at your own leisure. It's kind of insane that we almost have 30 videos that are an hour long, which is kind of nuts. Regular YouTubers don't even have that much after a few months. And we're just into our second month and we're already nearly 30 videos in, which is kind of crazy. That's kind of insane. Please of course, subscribe, yes. And please, yes, it makes a lot of sense to hit that notification button. I know every YouTuber says it, but the notification lets you know that when we are live, right? So it'll give you a little ding in the morning to let you know when we are on air. Okay? Yes. Any questions? Anything? Haley, Kim, and Ihan, good morning to you guys. Good morning. Welcome. If you have anything to ask or say, please let us know in the chat. We're trying to be super interactive here. I've tried my best to keep up with you guys. We also give you questions of the day, and we just ask some questions as well. So, please let us know in the chat how you're feeling. How was your weekend? How was your week? Apologies. Okay, with that said, it's time to move on to the weather.
What's the weather like in Jeju? We're gonna tell you what to do if it's sunny or rainy or calm and typhoons. What's the weather like in Jeju?
Yes, what's the weather like in Jeju? We're gonna tell you what to do. Yes, okay, let's dive right into the weather and let's take a look at the weather around Jeju for Tuesday, June 2nd today. Okay, now, after yesterday's heavy rain and gray skies, thank you for Hasiarino looking out for us. Today's looking much calmer across the island with warmer temperatures and only a slight chance of a passing shower in some areas. Nice, it's calmed down a bit. I thought the rain was gonna slow down into the night, but no way, man. Some of that rain, it actually woke me up. Yeah. Down here in Daejeong, the morning is starting off cloud. Thank you, Jungyoon, for blowing your nose. That's very nice. That's yeah. The morning is starting off cloudy and mild with temperatures around 18 to 20 degrees. So that's a bit cooler on the cooler side. Could see some brighter skies develop through the afternoon with highs reaching around 24 degrees. It may still feel a little humid, yeah, after all the rain, but overall it's shaping up to be a much more comfortable day. Yeah, that's kind of the feeling you get after heavy rain, and then the heat comes and all that moisture, all that humidity just rises up. Look for a humid day, but if we do get some scattered showers with sunny skies, that's rainbow times. And I'll tell you what, Jeju is not scared of rainbows. We get a lot of rainbows. I would say in the past several years, I've seen many, many rainbows, especially near the ocean. One time I saw a double rainbow, which was pretty insane. Yeah. Okay, now let's talk about Jeju-shi or Jeju City. Jeju City is expected to be the warmest and sunniest spot today. Oh, that's interesting. With temperatures climbing to around 26 degrees and some sunshine breaking through by late morning. Now, Seogwipo-shi or Seogwipo should stay partly cloudy and pleasant, while with afternoon highs around 24 to 25 degrees and lighter winds than we've had recently. And over on Seongsan in the east side, we expect a mix of clouds and sun with temperatures reaching the mid-20s and fairly calm conditions along the east coast. When we're talking about air quality, it's sitting at the moderate range today. Most people shouldn't have any issues outdoors with some lingering haze in the atmosphere. Those sensitive to fine dust may still want to keep an eye on their local air quality updates. So there you go. That's the air quality in the Mise situation. So we're talking overall here. A much quieter weather day after the rain with mild temperatures, some sunshine returning, and comfortable conditions across most of Jeju. A light layer is still a good idea for the morning, but by the afternoon, it should feel pleasantly warm around the island. And again, probably a little humid with that heat making all that moisture rise up from all the grass. So yes, oh man, I mean, I look for rain because I'm growing flowers in my garden, but then I kind of dread rain. Well, we need rain, but then after a heavy rain like this, my lawn, the grass just shoots up and all the weeds just come out everywhere. So I got to go back out there and start cutting away like a proper adult. I felt like an adult yesterday. We had to replace our shower head, and I had to use I had to buy a new shower head, and I had to use a wrench, and I was like, Jungin, look at me, I'm a man fixing stuff, and she just rolled her eyes at me. I felt so proud. Anyways, that's what happens when you're an adult. You got to do stuff like that. Okay. Why don't we move on to our question of the day? This one is fun, okay? Because pictures are involved and it involves animals, which is super cool. Here is our question of the day. Beep boop. Thank you, PD. And also, this will help as well. Dee doot. Nice. Okay. Question of the day. In Jeju, this intelligent bird is known for its loud call and for fiercely protecting its young during nesting season. What is it? Okay. Once again, in Jeju, this intelligent, that's a keyword. Actually, all these are pretty intelligent here. This intelligent bird is known for its loud call and for fiercely protecting its young during nesting season. What is it? Is it A, galmegi, or we know it as the seagull, B, gamagi, or the crow, C, gachi, or we know it as the magpie, or D, this is a new, well, I know the English name, but this is jibakguri, or the brown-eared bulbul. Okay, and I've got the images up here too. If you're driving, of course, just listen. But if you are not driving, you can take a look here at the video. We've got A, seagull, that's the galmegi. B, gamagi, which is the crow. C, our beloved gachi, the magpie. Or D, jikbakguri, the brown-eared bulbul. Okay, which one of these birds is known for its loud call and for fiercely protecting its young during nesting season? Please put your answer into the chat, A, B, C, or D. I'll also put this in the chat as well. And we are going to move on to our next song of the day. Okay, this is Naksa by Hathaway. For that Jeju morning alternative, tune in to Gecko Radio, Monday through Friday, 7 a.m. All week, baby. That's That's right. All week, Monday through Friday, 7 a.m., even through the summer, we're going to be here, even though a lot of you guys are going to be traveling all over the world. You can still tune in. It's YouTube. Still tune in. It'll just be maybe an evening show for you guys if you're over in the Western Hemisphere. Okay. Back to the question of the day. I realized we made like a huge hint for you guys. We made it a little bit too easy because, yes, I tried to avoid saying it, like in the script, but it's also on the screen. It's also in the chat. So yes, in Jeju, this intelligent, we said blackbird, that was the massive hit, is known for its loud call and for fiercely protecting its young during nesting season. What is it? We asked, is it A, galmegi, B, gamagi, C, gachi, or D, jikbakuri, okay? The answer is B, ding, 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 gamagi, or the crow. Good job. All right, so that is Haley Kim and Ihan, and also Hasirino. You guys get I will give you 3 cool points today. We're going to mix it up. We're changing the curve, okay? We'll give you 3. 1 each for each human. So there you go. Good job, you guys. Please, we'd love to have more participation in the chat. So if you go ahead and you give us answers, we got plenty unlimited cool points to give away. Now, let's talk about this animal, this kamagi, or the crow, specifically the large-billed crow. Okay, if you spent any time around Halasan, or even in the GEC, I saw one flying around the other day. You've probably seen them. These are big black birds gliding over the mountain trails, calling loudly. It's a very distinctive call. It's like, ha, ha, ha. That's what they sound like. They're like, ha, you know, kind of like, interesting, like, ha. That's how they sound. Or they're waiting in rest areas. Oh, yeah, especially when you go up hiking Halasan, when you go to like the snack stations, they are just hanging out there waiting for some snacks to be tossed around. Thank you for the tea. In Jeju, crows are especially common around Halasan's mid-mountain areas, including places like Yeongsil, Urimok, Jeonmul Forest, and the trail up to Baeknokdam. Crows, they are, they're of the genus Corvus, so they're intelligent, and so are magpie as well. If you chose C, I would probably give you half a cool point because magpies are also fiercely intelligent and they can get quite protective and territorial as well. They're kind of in the same area and family as the crows, so they're quite similar. But anyways, specifically the large-billed crow, they are known to be fiercely protective during nesting season. If you ever feel like a crow is shouting at you a little too personally, it might be simply telling you you're too close to my babies. Now here's the thing. When I saw, oh my goodness, sorry about that. My dogs are having a little argument, I think they're eating right now. So, I think what I'm guessing is one dog got a little bit close to another dog while they're eating. So apologies for that. They're just, that's going to happen on Gecko Radio until we get our own professional studio. So the thing is, I grew up in the States, right? And I've seen crows before, and they are like the size of a gachi here in Jeju. Like they're just kind of like a medium-sized bird. And then when I came to Jeju, I saw what I thought was a raven because the bill of the large-billed crow, aptly named, is a much larger, thicker bill, and the bird itself is huge. So I'm like, okay, that's a raven because I always learned that crows are smaller, ravens are huge, the larger birds. So I was like, okay, these are ravens, but I've just, I've up until now, I was like, okay, people are mistakenly calling these birds in Jeju, they're calling them crows. But they are crows. They're just called large-billed crows, not to be confused with little crows and not to be confused with ravens, okay? Ravens it's a different species, so it's a little bit different, okay? Yes, but anyways, according to the interesting ecological story behind Jeju crows. According to one local story, Jeju didn't originally have many magpies, In 1989, we're talking about magpies now, around 50 magpies were released on the island, as part of a newspaper anniversary event. That's interesting. At the time, magpies were seen as lucky birds in Korean culture, so bringing them to Jeju may have sounded like a good idea. Yeah, I'm saying no, that's not a good idea. But nature is complicated. Those 50 magpies multiplied, and today they are much more common around Jeju's villages and farmland. Some say they pushed the island's native crows further up north toward Halasan. Now, crows are often seen in the mountain areas, while magpies have become familiar and sometimes troublesome birds around towns and farms. Yeah, that's great. I don't know why they did that. Why would you do that? Why would you introduce a non-native species to an area that I mean, this happens to a lot of islands, a lot. It does happen. Now, some governments, they'll install another animal because they think it's going to help balance out things. Or, Australia, the most famous animal is the cane toad. They introduced this I think it's from like Central to South America, this massive toad to wipe out these beetles, but instead they ate everything else, and then they were poisonous, so anything that ate them got sick. But then they introduced these magpies to Jeju just for a newspaper event because they thought it was lucky. But then they pushed the native big, large-billed crows up to the mountains. Okay, well, yeah, that's what happens. So Jeju crows remind us of this important lesson. When humans interfere with an ecosystem for a fun newspaper event, even with good intentions, nature can change in unexpected ways. I don't think that's unexpected at all. I could call that from a mile away. Anyways, okay. Calm down, Mark. Next time you hear a kak or caw in Halasan, remember that crow is not just a noisy mountain bird. It's also part of Jeju's living ecological history. Now we'll listen to a song, and then we're going to move into the Jeju morning news briefing, okay? All right, so let's take this off of here. Our next song will be, what's it going to be today? Oh, okay. This one will wake you up. This is CYRRCA 144, and this is the lyric vid. So if you're not driving, of course, if you're having your breakfast, try to read it along as fast as this guy's rapping. Super fun.
라리다리다리 내 모습 보지마 나는 비슷하진 않아 오케이 따라해 봐봐 라리다리다리 내 모습 보지마 나는 비슷하진 않아 오케이 따라해 25 G's lay out on the decks 225 just a barbell press got need for speed but you know I don't sweat pass the acid test with finesse 144 bars and I do not digress accuracy nothing but net game match set head shape punk like a monk in Tibet levitate like a monk in Tibet elevate state technique flawless pure undiluted and unprocessed jet fuel incense on the beat flight deck pro projects ain't gotta flex money's on me if I gotta make bets I must confess undoubtedly blessed holistic mystic Ganesh on my neck spirit floating third eye open LASIK glow flows with serotonin 50th generation Roman top of the mountain might be Conan lonely souls may holy rolling never zoned out always honing lotus mode ever unfolding poetic Ronin aesthetic golden 라리다리다리 내 모습 보지 마 나는 비슷하진 않아 오케이 따라해 봐봐 라리다리다리 내 모습 보지 마 나는 비슷하진 않아 오케이 따라해 Here go on the decks SCR where I cash my sets on the list, not a guest I'm an OG, I don't need sound check 144 bars and I do not digress accuracy, nothing but net game match set head shape punk like a monk in Tibet frost out Egyptian gauze digital men in tuned in gauze digital men pure golden bars Avante whip cause I ball so hard watch my words but not my visage that's not a flaw, yeah that's just floss babe I got effect, I don't need no cause frequent flyer stealth with the M with the MI6 cloud mist shrouding it in my kicks VO2 max got lungs like fish no stems, no seeds, no sticks kids home run swing king Sammy Sosa please no OJ in my mimosa champagne flows a lyrical roller coaster lyrical holy roller pinnacle composer cross the code to pop fresh like soda release the force like Yoda CY double RCA I will be ever who I wanna be stardusted up I'm sparkling so sick I need to hit the pharmacy so quick spinning in the harmony a bit motion sick but I'm on the beat 25 G's lay out on the decks it won't bounce if I wrote that check all the funds I need don't sweat pass the credit test with finesse 144 bars and I do not digress accuracy nothing but net game match set head shape punk like a monk in Tibet
All right, we are back. Checking out the chat here. Oh no, yes, same thing happened. Haley Kim and Ihan says same thing happened to axolotls. We were talking about when you introduce a species, a non-native animal into another area. Same thing happened in Mexico to axolotls. Those are those adorable aquatic amphibians with the feathery gills. Their natural color is actually more of a blackish brown, but many times you see them as these albino versions. But yes, same thing happened to them after they released tilapia in Mexico, and now they are endangered. Oh no! And as we are Gecko Radio, and some people refer to us as geckos, we share our support to our axolotl cousins. Okay, and so does Neela. Now she's walking around my feet. Thank you, Neela. Okay, let's move on to the news. That's right. Okay, moving on with the news. Now, this one, we begin with a serious update connected to the June 3rd local elections, okay? A deadly explosion at Hanwha Aerospace Plant in Tehiun on Monday has affected election campaigns here in Jeju, with many candidates either suspending their rallies or changing the tone of their campaign events. According to reports, the explosion happened Monday morning at Hanwha Aerospace's Tehiun plant in Yuseong District. Now, as of now, 5 people have been confirmed dead. With the official campaign period for the June 3rd local elections and parliamentary by-elections nearing its end, candidates in Jeju quickly adjusted their schedules out of respect for the victims. Lee Sung-gon, the Democratic Party candidate for Jeju governor, canceled his major campaign rally that has been scheduled for 7 p.m. in Jeju City. The decision came after the Democratic Party leader urgently instructed all Democratic candidates nationwide to stop campaigning, including the use of campaign songs and dance performances. Okay. The news also affected education superintendent candidates. Go Lee-suk said she would stop campaign songs and dance routines and meet voters in a quiet, respectful manner. Kim Kwan-soo announced that he would suspend all campaign activities, saying he wanted to share the grief of the victims and their families. Official campaigning ends at midnight on Tuesday, June 2nd. After that, candidates and campaigners will no longer be allowed to wear campaign sashes, hats, or t-shirts, or shout a candidate's name or number near polling stations. However, near polling places as well. However, online campaigning through text messages, social media, and internet posts will still be allowed after midnight as long as the person doing it is not a public official. Okay, so there we go with that. So major adjustments to the campaigns as elections are just about underway. Okay, moving on. Here we have an image. Okay, bring that up. Now we have a story out of Seoul, but it's something that people all over Korea should pay attention to. Okay, as we head into summer, reports of crow attacks are increasing in cities and neighborhoods across the country. In Seoul, some apartment complexes have even posted warning notices, and in a few areas, pedestrians are being advised to take alternate routes to avoid aggressive birds. And although these particular reports are coming from Seoul, this may still be helpful for us here in Jeju as well, because Jeju, we're home to many crows as well. Yeah, and this screenshot is a news story with a crow attacking a pedestrian. Wow, you can see the shape of the crow right there swooping in from behind. So why is this happening, and what should you do if you encounter an angry crow? The culprit is the large-billed crow. That's what we've been known as. And this is Kunburi kamagi. It's the largest crow species found in Korea, not to be mistaken for a raven. It's just a big old crow. It's recognized by its glossy black feathers and large, almost like banana kind of beak, not as big as a banana, but it's kind of banana shaped, almost like canoe shaped, if that makes sense. Recently, these crows have been nesting in green spaces near residential areas. Now, during the breeding season, especially from May through July, they have become highly protective of their nests and young. People have reported being swooped at, scratched, and even pecked on the head while walking near nesting areas. Experts say the birds are not attacking people out of aggression. Instead, they are trying to defend their chicks. The most dangerous period is right now, when young birds are beginning to leave the nest. What do we call those? We call those fledglings. Yes, fledglings, okay? That's when they're no longer the little chicks, but they're starting to hop on the edge of the nest and maybe even attempting to fly out. Parent crows often perceive nearby people as threats and may protectively dive bomb anyone who gets too close. Yes, I mean, Seoul and Jeju, we have a lot of cats as well, which are a predator to these fledglings. So the birds would also probably swoop down and try to distract or attack these neighborhood street cats as well. So what should you do if you encounter one? First, avoid areas where nests or young birds have been spotted whenever possible. If you must pass through the area, move quickly and calmly without stopping. Since crows usually target the head, wearing a hat or opening an umbrella can provide protection. Yeah, if you have like long hair, that could get really messy really quick. Experts also recommend avoiding direct eye contact with the bird and refraining from waving your arms, swinging objects, or throwing things at it. Those actions can make the situation worse and provoke additional attacks. Yes, corvus and crows, especially these hyper intelligent large-billed crows, they can actually remember faces, so do be careful. If you are injured, contact emergency services or your local government environmental department and seek medical attention if necessary. When reporting an incident, try to provide the exact location of the attack as well as the location of any nest or young birds nearby. This information helps authorities monitor crow activity and reduce future incidents. Again, this story comes out of Seoul, but the breeding behavior of large-billed crows occurs nationwide, especially in Jeju. We got them, okay? So whether you're a major city or rural community, it's worth keeping an eye out during the next few months. And remember, if a crow starts acting aggressively, protect your head, avoid eye contact, and give it plenty of space. Yes. Okay. Why don't we just move right along to what's going down in the GEC? Let's do that, okay?
It's a beautiful day
In the GEC, beautiful day in the GEC. Would you be mine? Would you be mine? I'm just checking out the chat here. Yes, Halcedino says where they live, and I believe they're in Brazil. There's also a bird that is a symbol of the region, the southern lapwing. I want to look that up. It is very aggressive. And yes, Miko Kenya agrees. Crows, they remember faces, and crows, they hold grudges. Also magpies as well. They also like shiny objects too. There's been scientists who have actually had them like clean up parks and stuff out of an experiment. Anyways, so yes, very cool. Good to learn about that. But now we're getting super local. We're talking about what's going down in the GEC. This one's pretty neat. Let's check this out. Beep boop. Look at this. Okay. Here's a quick notice for GEC students. Okay, this is for you GEC students out there and community members. Jeju Province is conducting the 2026 first half survey on the English usage environment in GEC, and residents are encouraged to take part. So I guess you go ahead and you see there's a little QR code here, and you can scan that. The survey is designed to gather opinions from both Korean and international residents about how English is being used in daily life within Jeju Global Education City. Wow, that's like us, you guys. That is us. This is aimed directly at you guys, Ihan, Minjae, whoever's listening, okay? The results will be used to help improve English language services and support future policy development in the area. So they're trying to just gauge like how much English is used in the GEC and whether or not they need to kind of bump it up a little bit, okay? The survey is open from June 1st to June 21st, 2026. It only takes about 2 to 3 minutes to complete. There are 15 questions in total covering topics such as satisfaction with the usage environment, experience using English language services, areas that need improvement, and general suggestions. Very interesting. Some questions ask, how often do you use English in daily life within GEC, and what kinds of challenges you experience? For example, communication at commercial facilities, lack of English services at public institutions, insufficient English signs or notices, limited interpretation or translation support, medical services, public transportation information, or language barriers with neighbors. Wow. This is also huge for GEC faculty. I would say if you are a GEC faculty member, staff member, teacher at one of the schools, do this report. This will help us out, and that'll help them gauge and maybe improve the English. Okay, the survey is anonymous. Responses will be used only for statistical purposes, and no personally identifiable information will be collected. So if you live, work, study, or spend time in the GEC, there's a good chance to share your experience and help shape a more accessible English-friendly environment for the community. You can also participate with the Google form linked in the original notice. So there's the QR code there. That's pretty cool. They should put up, I wonder if there's going to be posters put up and people just can scan it right there. Very nice. That's totally us. Very cool. Okay, next. This one is fun. I think at least some of our listeners may recognize this. This is a big congratulations to Branksome Hall Asia on the very first BHA Arts Fest 2026. Woo! Good job, you guys. This past Saturday, the BHA campus came alive with the music, dance, theater, visual arts, and so much creativity as students from across all divisions shared their talents with the community. According to BHA Instagram, there were inspiring performances across multiple stages, along with interactive art activities and exhibitions throughout the campus. Families, friends, students, faculty, and visitors all came together to celebrate the arts, making the first ever BHA Arts Fest a truly special afternoon. That's great to hear. You know, SJ, they had their kind of music fest. BHAs, they got their arts fest. This sounds really cool. It's awesome to see these schools opened up. Yeah, we were going to mention that, buddy. We're going to mention that. We're seeing something in the chat here. From live performances to hands-on art experiences, every corner of the campus was filled with creativity, inspiration, and joy. A huge shout out to all the performers, artists, organizers, volunteers, and audience members who helped make this inaugural event such a memorable success. I'm reading on the chat. We also already had it in the script here, buddy. Ihan played the oboe in the orchestra. Well done, dude. I believe we saw that on Instagram. So well done, man. Good job. Yay. He's actually one of Jeju's only like student oboe players on the island. Like that's actually true. So Ihan, good for you, man. Really keeping the oboe alive, dude. Yes, we're already looking forward to the next BHA Arts Fest. That would be cool to attend. That'd be really cool. It seems like this was kind of like a pilot program because it's their first time. And if it's such a whopping success, let's have it next year. I would love to go. Okay, moving on. Let's do our next song, and then we're going to move on to our Tuesday segment, Jeju Life Hacks. What are we going to listen to? Let's listen to Strolling Down the Street by Kingston Rudieska.
산 위로 넘어가는 구름 따라가겠어 바람의 향기에 어느새 난 취해버렸고 애써 지난 슬픈 날 외로움 날려버리고 잊어버리고 멈춰진 낡은 턴테이블 흩어진 기억의 노래 다시 부르자 희망의 불꽃 타오르며 나 지금 혼자 걷지만 나 지금 혼자 차려진 어느 초라한 술집 안에서 흐르는 눈물은 내 잔을 달콤히 채워가고 애써 지난 고통에 날들은 지워버리고 던져버리고 멈춰진 낡은 턴테이블 흩어진 기억의 노래 다시 부르자 희망의 불꽃 타오르며 나 지금 혼자 걷지만 나 지금 혼자 울지만 새로운 바람에 내 마음 실어보내요.
Jeju Life Hacks. That's right. We are back with Jeju Life Hacks. It's today's Jeju Life Hack is for our GEC teachers and international residents, especially those who love cheese, butter, bread, wine, and all the little Western grocery items that somehow become very important when you lived abroad. Yes, and maybe some of you missed, but it's not just limited to you guys. If you're Korean, if you're parents of kids who, I'm sure you love cheese. I'm sure you love all this stuff too, and I'm sure you're well versed in that as well. Okay. Let's talk about where to buy cheese and butter near GEC. This is important stuff. This is real Jeju life hack here. Okay, around the English Education City area, there are three main offline grocery options many people use. City Mart in GEC, Hanado Mart in Daejeong, and Uriru Mart, also in Daejeong, but a little bit further out. Yes, for this comparison, we looked at a few everyday Western grocery staples. Butter, Parmigiano Reggiano, Grana Padano, and block cheese like Monterey Jack, Pepper Jack, or Colby Jack. Yes, so moving right along. We did not put in Good Morning Mart. That's one that we missed, but we'll do that for part 2, okay? All right. City Mart. Beep, boop. Okay, you may be very familiar with this Mart right here. Okay, City Mart is the closest and the most convenient option for GEC residents. It is efficient, easy to pop into, and great when you need something quickly, but in general, it does tend to be on the more expensive side. Interestingly, for cheese, City Mart did pretty well, okay? At a 227-gram block of Pacific Monterey Jack was 6,771, okay? And Pepper Jack was also the same price at 6,771. A 150-gram block of Parmigiano Reggiano was 9,981, just shy of Manon, and Granada Padano was 8,651. So for imported cheese, City Mart was not bad at all, especially considering how close it is. So if you need convenience as far as like not traveling very far, there you go. Yes, RIP Origin as well. We'll always miss you. Their goods were really awesome. That was a big hit. I really miss Origin Mart. Has since closed, sadly. Okay. Next, let's move on to Hanado Mart in Daejeong. Okay, here we go. Now, Hanado Mart is big. The produce section is usually very fresh and is generally more affordable, especially if you are cooking Korean food at home. But they also have a decent selection of wine, cheese, and Western sauces. Okay, at Hanado, President butter, 200 grams, was 9,900 won, just shy of 만원. Antico Parmigiano Reggiano was 10,800 won, okay? And Antico Granada Padano was 9,301, 9,301. Pacific Colby Jack and Monterey Jack, both 227 grams, were an even 6,001 each. Nice. Okay, so for block cheese, Hanado was the cheapest among the three. And for butter, it was also cheaper than Rudieska Mart. And then Rudieska Mart, let's talk about that one. Just a little bit further down the road. Rudieska. We used to go this one a lot because we used to live right next door. Okay. Rudieska Mart is a little farther from GEC, but it has its own strengths. This is where you can often find Costco-style products, including Kirkland items like maple syrup, dill pickles. We got a big thing of dill pickles the other day. Got that yesterday. Super excited to have dill pickle. Larger bottles, big bottles of olive oil and other pantry goods. It also has a tous les jours inside, so you can pick up fresh bread while you shop. But when it comes to today's cheese and butter comparison, Rudieska Mart was the most expensive overall. President butter, 200 grams, was 10,981. Pacific Monterey Jack was 227 grams, was 8,500 won. And Antico Parmigiano Reggiano, 150 grams, was 10,900 won. And Grana Padano, also 150 grams, was 10,900 won. Okay, so yes. Looking at the chat here, says yes, cheapest butter, best sales, Origin. Oh, that's so sad. Yeah, about Origin then. Yes, and look at Migo. She's just blowing up about. So please, she knows what's up. So do check the chat as well if you want additional information. So if we could tell you anything, the quick takeaway from this is for convenience. Okay, for convenience. Okay, EduCity Mart is still the easiest choice if you live in the GEC, and as Parmigiano and Granada Padano, prices are surprisingly competitive. For the best overall price on block cheese and butter, we're reporting the most important stuff here on Gecko Radio, okay? All right, the best overall price on block cheese and butter, Hanano Mart seems to be the winner. And for bulk items, Costco-style pantry goods and fresh bread from tous les jours Rudieska Mart is still worth the trip, maybe not for the cheapest cheese run, however. Okay, so for today's Jeju Life Hack is, if you're shopping for Western cookie staples near the GEC, don't assume the closest place is always the worst deal. And for cheese, EduCity Mart may actually surprise you, but for a bigger grocery run, Hanano Mart is still probably your best bet. Very nice. Okay, let's end things with Jeju Word of the Day.
The Jeju word of the day. Yeah.
All right. Okay. Yep. Very simple, because that's what we've really been talking about all day is sengi, or se, right? That's bird. Okay. Now you can usually find this word in a real place named sengi gijang, or sengi. That's what that is the sengi means bird and gijang means cliff. So sengi gijang means the cliff where birds fly. I also believe they have some nests up there on the cliff as well. It's a beautiful coastal cliff near Dangsangbong, overlooking Chaguido on the western sea of Jeju. Yes, we used to live there, and we visited that cliff and walked the dogs there every time. So next time you hear the word sengi, don't think of a bird. Think of Jeju's wind, cliff, and birds flying over the sea. Very nice. Oh, Kelly made it. Kelly Minjae, good morning. Good morning. Yes, I know. Good morning, Mart. One of the best. Yes, good morning's great. We didn't cover it, but we should definitely cover it. We'll cover it for like other products, because we just did butter and cheese today. So we're gonna do, other stuff, other goods, maybe meat or wine or something like that. Okay. All right, so that was our Jeju Word of the Day, and that was our Jeju Life Hack. And yes, tomorrow is our Wednesday segment, so that's Island Icons. Hopefully, we'll see you tomorrow. I know it is a late day for GC kids, so if you end up waking up and tuning in, that's awesome. Start your day off early, like we do every day, Monday through Friday. Okay, let's end this appropriately. How about this is a good old local artist. This is Matthew Smith. Come, as in come, listen to tomorrow's episode, even though you have to go to school later in the day tomorrow on Wednesday. We'll see you tomorrow, 7 a.m. Once again, this is Matthew Smith. Come. Bye, guys.
stay with me tonight? 'Cause I don't wanna be alone. I don't wanna be alone tonight. So come